Hello humans, it's just Martine, and welcome to the 3 hour a day reading challenge long edition. At least once a month, I like to challenge myself to spend a week trying to read for 3 hours every day for the whole week. Sometimes I succeed, sometimes I fail, but I always try. And in September, I'm doing a long edition, 2 weeks long, to be specific, because over on Bookish Reality, when we voted which week we should do this challenge during, we had a tie, and I threatened / promised that if there was a tie, we would do a long edition and read for 3 hours every day for 2 weeks straight. So we decided, and that's what we're going to do. This is actually Martine from the future here, the end of the challenge. I won't spoil what happens, but just going to tell you, the next clip we're going to jump to, it's going to be a few days after the start of the challenge, because originally I didn't think I was going to vlog this. I was vlogging too many things at once, and then I decided I was. So my first update, it's a couple days in. So let's just pretend like that's not a thing. Let's see if I manage to read for 3 hours every day for 2 weeks straight. It is Thursday, so I'm on day 4 of this. The first 3 days, I've done it successfully. Monday was easy, Tuesday was hard, but I did it. Wednesday was easy peasy. Today, I don't know where it will land. I already have 50 minutes of reading under my belt, so 2 hours, 10 minutes left for the day. Feeling good. I think where this will start to be really hard is in week 2, where I still have to keep all of this up, especially because I'm looking at my calendar for next week and it's looking a little stacked. So I don't know what to do, but for now I'm feeling good, and we'll see how long that lasts. It is Friday night, approaching 8 p.m., and I've just hit my 3 hours for the day. I've been working away at it. Well, not that studiously. I've been reading a couple minutes and then watching YouTube for a couple minutes, etc. One thing that's interesting about this challenge this time around, aside from the fact that it's double the length, is that I'm reading in the mornings right now, which is strange for me. Not my usual morning, but last week I was doing my no YouTube challenge, and I kind of liked how reading in the morning made me feel, so I've decided to keep going with it for now. I might change my mind at some point, and that's totally allowed and fine. We don't have to stay the same forever, but this week I've been reading in the morning, and so that's been jump-starting me, which is great because sometimes in the past when I've done this challenge, I've gotten to evening and have had 3 hours left to read. So this is better than that. Going into the weekend, feeling good. Normally during this challenge, this would be the home stretch. It'd be the weekend, I could totally read 3 hours a day for Saturday and Sunday, easy peasy, no problemo. But then this time I just have to keep going, which is strange. And I will say, I have so much to read right now, it feels like 3 hours a day is not enough, and I've really just been barely hitting it, mostly this week so far. And yet, without this challenge, I probably would have read less than 3 hours a day several days this week. So I don't know if there was a takeaway from that, just that's how it is. Factually, I'm going to relax for a bit and probably get back to reading and go a little over my 3 hours for the day, but since I've hit it, I've technically accomplished what I needed to. This is all for fun. Into the weekend we go. Happy Sunday! What is happening? Excuse me. Calm down. It's Sunday. Yesterday, I definitely hit my 3 hours because I read for over 6 hours thanks to my audiobook. And then today, so far, I've read 51 minutes. So we're getting somewhere. But the weird thing about today is that usually this would be the end of the challenge, and it is only going to be the halfway point. So tomorrow's going to feel especially strange. Since I don't have many reading updates to bring you, I thought I'd bring you a food update and we would do a taste test together. So just reach through the screen if you want some to try it. But while I was at Aldi yesterday, I picked up apple cider donuts because I'm feeling the fall spirit, even though in South Florida it is not going to be fall weather for months. I picked these up. I want to know if they're any good. I sure hope so. They are cake donuts, which already one of my favorite kinds. And they smell appley for sure, which I like. Okay, there's going to be a witch hunt in the comments, but I think apple is the superior fall flavor to pumpkin. Okay, or pumpkin spice, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so let's see. That's good. I like this. I'm happy I got them. That will be my breakfast this week, so I'm excited about that. Even though it will be weird to be doing this challenge for 7 more days after today, at least I will have my apple cider donuts to get me through. It's got the great flavor of any apple baked good without any of the terrible sensory texture issues of slimy apples. And since I keep it cold in my apartment, I can totally pretend it feels like fall. Happy fall, everyone. Past the 3 hour mark of reading for today, and again, weird to say, this would usually be the end, but it feels like just the beginning. Let's do this all over again. Day 8, here we come. Happy Tuesday. Tuesdays are usually my hardest day of this challenge because I'm busy during the day, and then at night I have choir from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. That's prime reading time usually, and I'm missing out on it. So far today I've done 1 hour of reading. I did that in bed, so it's not nothing. We're a third of the way there. However, since then, even though I had times where I was not working, I did not want to read, so I didn't. But that's totally fine. I am going to read a little before choir starts, but then I don't know how much I'm gonna have left. I don't know if it's gonna be one of those nights where I'm trying to stay awake while reading. I don't know if I'm going to fail at getting my 3 hours today, but that's why it's a challenge, right? So I guess we'll see. Happy Friday. As you could tell from the fact that I did not update for the past 2 days, life has been crazy. On Wednesday, I had a 2 hour commute. 1 hour one way, 1 hour the other way. Except in total, I had a 4 hour commute because I had a 1 hour bus ride one way, and then the bus ride back took 3 hours because first there was traffic and then the bus broke down. So we sat on the side of the road for an hour and a half until the company came and fixed it. Then we were on our way again. On the bus, I did hit my 3 hours for the day. And then I was really sick of reading. And so I read no more than that. But that's fine, because the goal is not to read more than 3 hours a day. It is to read 3 hours a day. So nailed it on Wednesday. Then Thursday, I had kind of the opposite problem, a lack of time during the day for reading. I had therapy and then a presentation that I was giving and then a writing session with some of my classmates and then a meeting and yada, yada, yada. And I went to Zumba last night, and so it hit 7:30 p.m. and I had read for less than half an hour. But I remain triumphant because I spent the next several hours fixing that situation, and I got to 3 hours just before 10:30 p.m. So we managed it yesterday, even though it looked really uncertain there for a minute. And today, Friday, should not be a problem to get 3 hours. If it's a problem, something else is wrong because I don't have much of anything that I need to do today. So that's good. I already have 30 minutes under my belt this morning. It's especially good that I need to read for 3 hours today because I have about 3 hours left of a book that I need to finish for my Sunday video. So perfect. I'll be working on that. Other than that, I'm going to go on a run. I've been doing some Discord moderator stuff. I did a little work this morning. And then I was see, now I can't say I've done no work today. So that's great. Hopefully it should be a chill rest of the day and I'll get my 3 hours easy peasy. And then on the weekend, 3 hours should not be a huge problem. We should be in the clear. I think yesterday was the hardest day of this whole 2 weeks because I was sleepy and I had so much left to read. But I did it. I did it. So go me. It is significantly later than when I last updated because it's not only the end of the week, but it's the Thursday of the following week. And I'm just here to wrap things up. I did indeed hit my 3 hours every day for 2 weeks straight, which was crazy of me. And I feel like I immediately fell flat on my face after it officially ended. The first day I did like fine. I still got an hour, but I got, I think, less than an hour on the second day. Maybe. It took it out of me. And also things are starting to get crazy around here. It's a culmination of factors. That being said, I did succeed at this. I do not want to do a long version of this again. It's just a lot to try and keep up for 2 weeks straight, but had fun while I was doing it. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and comment down below. Would you ever do a challenge like this? And subscribe for more reading and college lifestyle content. And until next time, bye humans, bye!